Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the best mods of the week in Baldur's Gate 3's Mod Manager. This week has some incredible mods with many cosmetics, new classes, new race mods, which lets you play as this purple kobold here, and much more. So, I guess the first thing I'll start off with here is the ASE Races Kobold mod, as well as the Cambion mod, or Devil's mod. So, this is huge. ASE 243, if you haven't been in the loop, they've created these mods that actually work for console. So this is massive. If you're watching and you're playing on PlayStation 5 or Xbox, you could potentially wait to see these come, because we literally just got the Goblin Race mod that was added just a few days ago, 11 days ago, and it's now on console. So I have a very good hope that these will come. Now, what these do is they actually give you different sets of underwear that you can equip onto your character. It doesn't work like a traditional race mod, but I think it works just as well, because this basically will put you into your kobold form here, or if you're playing as the devil or the goblin. There's a variety of different appearances for these here, so you can see them. They all have their different looks. They come with different class abilities. It works somewhat like a race with a bunch of different sub-races. And then there's also the devilish chest here. Now, the goblin and the devil one does have outfits for each of the characters, so you can see there, this is supposed to be Astarion there. Kind of looks like Raphael, bit of Astarion mixed in. And yeah, these are really cool because they literally make it so that you look like the character that you're supposed to be. So there's a devil form of Will, and yeah, you can straight mog on him. So this is a really cool mod, and both of these you can actually find the equipment at the start of the game or at Act 3, 1, 2, or 3. There's a bunch of different locations for it. So just want to first start off with those because there's some very exciting mods for a lot of people. Next up, we got the Unbroken Circle. So this is another amazing Halves Glint class mod, and they have full level 20 support. What this is, basically, they have a Green Knight fighter, which is like a Druid version of the Eldritch Knight fighter. And this is now a fighter version of the Druid. So the Unbroken Circle, I'll likely be doing a build on this in the future. You can check this out if you want to get a little bit more information on it, but it's got some really cool abilities to make the Druid feel a bit more strong in a martial role. And again, full level 20 support. I don't want to waste too much time going over every little nitty gritty of each of these classes, but if this sounds interesting to you, the Unbroken Circle Druid class, subclass. Next up, Scratch Recolor. Now, this is something that I showed off here. So you can see Scratch is now a new color wherever he is. And the little thing, if you can't find Scratch, you can always just go ahead and throw an item here, and then Scratch will come and retrieve it for you. So the goodest boy, there he is. And he's got a full Husky recolor. I love this. So yeah, he's got this, looks like a Husky. This mod was made by Graphic Fade here. You may know it for Fade's equipment distribution and all their other mods that they put out. This is awesome, and again, I'm always a big fan of any mod that adds new appearances to the game and recolors things, so another awesome Scratch mod. I also really enjoy the Scratch Wears a Hoodie mod, so that was one that I covered previously, but another new Scratch appearance mod. And next up, we got Summon Nero the Cat by Poppy, who's a great person in the Baldur's Gate 3 community, and what this does, you can summon in Nero using the amulet here, which will give you a spell that lets you summon in the cat. I'm a huge fan of dogs and cats, and having more appearance or more pets in the game is always a good thing. This is a nice, cute black cat. So yeah, it's got guidance here. It can meow, which will draw everyone towards it. It's kind of cool. Kind of like a minor illusion. You got protection from good and evil and see invisibility. And it's got a little cat claws, 2 damage. It's more so meant to be just there for moral support and being cute as heck. So yeah, this is the Summon Nero the Cat by Poppy here. In addition, we also got the Eternal Queen set. So this is the outfit mod that you see my character rocking. It does look very similar to Marika's outfit from Elden Ring, if you played that. This is another awesome mod by Skirby. So you summoned it in, you have a few different chest appearances, or you have a few different appearances here. So I have the one on the queen body. There's also just the queen dress, which has less of a queen body, I guess. And then the queen body with physics, which you can just imagine what that all does. So I know a lot of people really enjoy a mod like this. They come with their own little spells and stuff too, but yeah, this is a mod that, yeah, I know a lot of people will be looking forward to. I've seen many different mods similar to this on Nexus mod, so Skirby's now brought this over to the in-game mod manager. And you may have noticed the thing that was on my back, the Evenlyn Sovereign Automatic Rifle, also by Skirby. So not only can you cosplay as Elden Ring, you can cosplay as Call of Duty. So this gives you a gun. You can dump your entire mag, which does a 30d8 of piercing damage. If you want to use this while keeping it not overpowered, take off some of the more powerful skills and just use it as a bow. You can equip a suppressor to it. You can use Mage Breaker shots. So yeah, you put the suppressor on there and you can fire away with it. So yeah, this is cool. very lore accurate. So yeah, sorry, Will said to show off the gun there. So really cool model, and yeah, another great mod by Skirby. Next up, we got the Dragonborn Lucious Locks. This does exactly what you can imagine it does. It makes it so Dragonborns can have hair. Some of them do pop up due to collisions there. Mod was made by Padme 4000, a legendary Baldur's Gate 3 modder. And yeah, you see it here. It's really cool. With their enhanced scale mod by Padme, you can dye their hair and make it match their scale color. This is awesome. I know there's a lot of Dragonborn fans out there, so now you can create some cursed and not so cursed appearances. I think it's a cool mod. Anything that changes the character design in this game is awesome. Also, we got the Shackle Skeletons by Unshackled. This adds a new undead race to the game, the Skeletons. So these have eerie resilience and chilling presence here. So vulnerable to bludgeoning and radiant damage, resistant to necrotic and non-magical piercing damage, immune to poison damage and being poisoned, heal when you get hit with necrotic damage, and recover health by being poisoned. They also get a +2 to intimidation, -2 to persuasion, and they get dark vision and a bunch of extra abilities here. So yeah, I love skeletons, so just got to feature this one. I think it's a really cool new race mod. And next up is the Slayer Rainbow by Catastrophic Cat. This makes it so, if you've seen the SpongeBob episode Pretty Patties, it's kind of that for the Slayer. I know it's a weird analogy, but it gives you the ability to change the Slayer's color into a variety of different colors here. So you can see it. It's cool. The Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Slayer Rainbow. So yeah, I think this is awesome. Also, the Dragonborn sockets by Padme 4000. They adds new sockets for their Lucious locks to work. So this is just basically a requirement for that mod there. I should have put them together, but yeah, another Padme 4000 mod. Always happy to see new stuff from them. Also, the Beastmaster Share Spells. This is really cool. This mod is made by CryptoHack. They've also made a lot of really great mods, most notably the Marauder and the Goliath Race mod. This gives the Beastmaster Rangers level 15 ability to them at level 7. So basically what this does is the Share Spell, if you're a Beastmaster Ranger, if you cast a spell on yourself, it'll also apply to your Beast Companion. So this has just a toggleable feature. You can turn it off if you want to, but it won't actually do any harmful spells to your animal pet. It only does it to the beneficial ones. So if you cast an ability on yourself, it'll now also apply to the beast. This is a nice little change, but I think it's welcome because the Beastmaster Ranger doesn't really come alive till level 11. So this now gives you some nice new choice at level 7. And next up is the Amanda Hairstyle by KZ Sims here. So this is a really nice looking hair. This is what I got currently on my character here. It dyes well too, and it just looks really nice. So here's the hairstyle there. And as you can see, it dyes very well. So this is great. I'm always a fan of long hairstyles like this. So yeah, the more options for creativity, the better. And next up is the Aza NPC redesign Vampire Spawns. It's work in progress, but I still think it is worth mentioning. Azazel was taken, makes a lot of these really great mods that they redesign some of the characters and elements of the game, and they make them look really nice. So it's a quick redesign. You can see there the redesigns of each of the Vampire Spawns makes them look more vampiric. So yeah, this is a cool little quality of life change or just appearance change mod. So yeah, they've done a lot of other ones that I've touched on in the past, and lots of really great aesthetic outfit mods too. On top of this, Unarmed Savage Attacks and Savage Attacker. One of the more upsetting things is the Savage Attacker feat does not work on unarmed attacks. It only counts on weapon attacks. So this makes it so that you can now get this whenever you do unarmed attack. And then the Savage Attacker will also give you that extra damage die whenever you do an unarmed attack. This might be a little overpowered because the monk is already so good, and rerolling damage die is pretty crazy considering you can punch multiple times. But hey, this is a mod out there. Someone might enjoy this. And next up is the Even Item Stat Boost mod. So I think this is just another mod that might be out there for someone made by Midnight Chord here. So this makes it so that the Amulet of Greater Health now gives you 24 Constitution. The Club of Hill Giant Strength is now 20, and they changed the name of it the Ogre Strength, which matches the Ogre Strength value in D&D. And the Elixir of Cloud Giant Strength is down to 28. So basically it just rounds all these up to make them not uneven. It's kind of weird as a lot of these are odd numbers, but the only one that I can think of is the Gloves of Dexterity that sets it to a natural value like that. But just a slight buff for all of these. It's nothing major, but it might be something that someone might be interested in for building purposes. And it also gives you the UUID for the Headband of Intellect, the level 20 or the Intelligence 20 version of that too. So pretty cool. Next up is Get Your Bear Man a Halsin Polyamory bug fix. So this fix is it's a bug that happens. I've had a few people comment on it, so that's why I wanted to cover it in this video, just so that the others are aware that there is a mod that now fixes it. So I don't know the exact details of how you can mess up the Halsin Romance. It's kind of listed out here. But yeah, if you don't tell your partner about romancing Halsin, it can cause some issues. So this mod just makes it so that it extends the timeline in which you're able to do that so you don't lock yourself out of it. Again, someone out there might really enjoy this. On top of this, we also got the Lae'zel versus Shadowheart fight bug fix. So if you know, Lae'zel and Shadowheart do have a little bit of a fight that happens, and this fixes it so that it makes it work out properly. So yeah, there is a bug that happens if you don't save Shadowheart from the pod at the start of the game, and then it causes this to not work properly. So there's just a fix for that. Next up is the no more lost permanent buffs. I think this is great because there's some buffs that you can get in the game that you lose after you end up dying or long resting. So this makes it so that you don't lose Mistress Benevolence, which is you can get that in Act 2. The Bual's Blessing, the Levitar's Love, Githeserize Mind Barrier, and bonus, disable the Sylvanas Blessings combat log, which is annoying because if you use the Sylvanas the figure there, you walk around, it's going to pop it up on everyone. Everyone gets the blessing. It's annoying. This also disables that. So kind of a cool 2-in-1. But yeah, this allows you to keep all the extra benefits and they don't go away. So if you do some of these things, they're not going to be gone. It's nice. Small little change, but I think it's welcomed. And finally, we got Mido's spell tweaks. I think it's awesome because True Strike feels like this should have been a bonus action all along. And now it is. There's also the Bite, which does a 2d4 piercing plus a 1d4 of healing. And they also changed the Bursting Sinew from a 1d10 to a 1d12. Small changes, but I think they're nice. And again, nothing too game breaking. So yeah, that was a pretty solid week of mods. I like the Queen Marika outfit mod here, and I'm sure a lot of others will. And also, obviously, the Assault Rifle, pretty cool too. But lots of new pet mods. We got the Black Cat Nero by Poppy. We got a redesign of Scratch, makes him a Husky. There's a lot of cool things that came out this week. Let me know your favorites in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already, and I hope you have yourself a great day. We'll see y'all in the next video.